Welcome back. The last couple of times we've been talking about factoring and completing the square to derive the quadratic formula. And while those things are important to understand on a level of where did they come from, I realized that when you're still getting used to this material, the best way to learn it is by just going through a number of examples. So I decided to back up and we'll spend some time on examples just so you can get a better feel for what we're doing here. Then, as you see fit, go back to the previous lessons and see that from another perspective. So let's begin. Today I'm going to be doing more factoring. All right. So I've picked a couple of examples. Let's start with 3x squared minus 13x minus 10. Okay, good. And that's equal to 0. All right, we'll do it the proper way. So remember from illegal factoring, what do we do first? Well, firstly, we notice that the leading coefficient is 3, so that's not equal to 1. We're going to multiply that by the last term. So I'm going to x squared minus, right, 13x stays the same. 3 times negative 10 is a negative 30. Okay, that's equal to 0. All right, so that was step 1. Now, step 2. Well, again, we broke the rules by making this move, but notice now we have a trinomial whose leading coefficient is 1. So for this, we need factors of 30 whose sum is equal to, negative 30 whose sum is equal to negative 13. So because we have a leading coefficient of 1, I can use the table method here. So 30, I have 1 and minus 30, 2 and minus 15, 3 and minus 10, 5 and minus 6. Let's see, 1 minus 30 is negative 29, 2 minus 15 is minus 13. Well, that looks like our winner. Well, that'd be minus 7, minus 1. So anyway, this is the one we're going to use. We're going to have x. Now, what do we say? 2. So we're going to have x plus 2 and x minus 15 is equal to 0. All right. Well, we got rid of the 3 up here. We have to bring it back. Divide at this step. So we have x plus 2 over 3. Now I can simplify this. 15 divided by 3 is simply 5. All right, so now I have to clear out the denominator. So I bring the 3 up here, and I have 3x plus 2 times x minus 5. All right, now to check my work, what's the inverse operation of factoring is to FOIL it out. So I'm going to FOIL it out and see if I get what I started with. So FOIL first, outer, inner, last. 3x times x is 3x squared. Minus 15 plus 2 is minus 13x. And then 2 times negative 5 is minus 10. Okay. Looks like we are good to go. That is our answer. All right. So let's do another example just to really let this sink in. So this time we're going to do 8x squared minus 22x plus 11 is equal to 0. Nope. We're going to do it this 21. Okay, So, again, notice my leading coefficient is not equal to 1. It's an 8. So, illegal method tells me I must multiply. So 8 times 21, that's going to be minus 168. Okay. Now, all right, so I now have a leading coefficient of 1 by the illegal method, okay, which gave me this. So because this is now 1, I can use the table method as I did here. Factors of negative 168, whose sum is negative 22. All right, so I'm going to make a table. I've got 1, negative 168, 2, and, ooh, what's that? Minus 84, 3, and what is that? 56 minus 56, 4, and minus 42, 5, no, 6, and minus 28. I could keep going, but this is taxing my mental math, and I see that 6 minus 28 is negative 22. That's what I'm looking for. So these are my factors: x plus 6 and x minus 28 equal to 0. Okay, I got rid of the 8 here. I have to bring it back in this step. So 6 divided by 8, 28 divided by 8. Now I can simplify these. 6 over 8, divide the top and bottom by 2 because they're both even numbers. X plus 3 over 4. Again, let's see. These 28 and 8 are both divisible by 4. 28 over 4 is 7. 8 over 4 is 2. All right, clear out my denominator. I'm going to get, so bring the 4 up with the x and the 2 up with the x. I get 4x plus 3 times 2x minus 7. Okay, so that's my factorization. Let me see now if I'm correct. So to check my work, I'm going to FOIL. First 2 terms, outer 2, inner 2, last 2 terms. 4x times 2x is 8x squared. Okay, 4x times negative 7 is a minus 28x. 3 times 2 is 6x. So that's going to be minus 22x. And 3 times negative 7 is minus 21. Okay. This matches up with this. Looks like we're good to go. So this is my factorization of this trinomial we started with. I've done 2 examples. I'll give you 2 more to try on your own. Let's see. We'll be using a similar, so let's see, let's make this the homework section. All right, so we're going to have 5x squared plus 23x plus 12 equal to 0. All right, that's going to be number 1. Number 2, we're going to have 10x squared minus x minus 2 is equal to 0. All right, so go ahead, give these a try. Then I want you to discuss in the comment section below what you got. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like it. Subscribe to my channel to get updates on the next lesson. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.